Hello there, nice to see you again. I'm out on a lovely Sunday morning. Lots of rain last night. We've got the birds on the grass. And so I thought I'd do a video today. And what am I going to do a video about? This is a video which explains something that many of you will have heard of. It has many names. The Trinity, mind, body and spirit. You Limited, I call it in the book. The Father, Son and the Holy Ghost. There's many names for it, and it doesn't matter what name you use, to be honest. What matters is that you understand it. So what is the Trinity? It's the three parts of your psyche. I'm not going to get all technical on you. I'm going to explain it in a very simple way. So it's the three parts of your psyche. For description purposes, I'm going to use Father, Son and the Holy Ghost, because it seems quite easy to explain it with those three characters. So many years ago I had a client who came to see me. I've told this story 1,000 times. But many years ago I had a client and she came to see me and she says, Spirit have told me that you can help me learn to forgive. I went, okay. I said, who do you need to forgive? And she says, well, I used to work for a large supermarket chain in the HR department, and I worked there for 16 years. But for many years I was bullied, and eventually I had a breakdown and left, and I hate the people for what they did to me. I went, okay. I said, and what do you do now? She said, well, I have my own new age shop where I do readings proving life after death. And I went, okay. So I says, to see the real, now what I generally do when I do a session like this, that I'm explaining, I try to connect to someone in the spirit world, someone very close to you, mum, dad, husband, sister, brother, someone very close, someone who you're going to listen to, because they're going to help me help you. Sometimes they show themselves by overshadowing my face so I look like the loved one. Sometimes they just give me a little video showing themselves so I can tell them the name, so you know they're there. So then generally they listen to me, the client. So this lady, I said to her, to see the real beauty of life, you have to see it with your whole Trinity. In other words, with your Father, Son and your Holy Ghost. So if you imagine a drug addict, he hates himself or herself because they steal from their own family, and their father, one part of the Trinity, hates them for it. Their morals said it's wrong, which obviously it is. But unfortunately their needs of their son is so great they can't follow their own morals. So to hate yourself, there must be two parts of the brain at least, and one part hates the other part, or likes the other part. It all depends on how you are in life. So if you imagine the third part, so we have the Father, the Son, the third part is the Spirit, or God, the universe, Buddha, whatever name you want to give that. It's the connection we all have. A connection we have with living, supposedly dead people, and everything in life. We're all connected, all of us. So I said, so what if your spirit doesn't want you in HR in a supermarket chain? Your spirit wants you in a shop doing what you love, proving life after death for people who don't believe in anything. How does your spirit get you from HR and into your own shop? How? Your spirit asks the spirit of the people you work with to push. And when they start to push, which they're not conscious of, until you react to their push. Then you push back, and it becomes a little bit of a battle of wills. Now, you stay in the HR because it paid your mortgage for many years. You don't like change like many people. But your spirit keeps pushing them to push you. And eventually, your stubbornness runs out and you break. And you hate the people for what they did to you. But if they hadn't pushed, you would have never been in the job that you love now. So we're all in it together. We're all helping one another. But not always in a very obvious way. And that's what the Trinity is showing us. Now, when I said this to the lady, she stood up and said, "What a load of rubbish," and walked out. Now, I can't make people see it. Everybody's helping everybody. Even the ones that are doing the worst things to them. But if you don't look at them, then it's going to be a waste. Most people try to make other people learn what they need to learn instead of learning what they need to learn, which changes their life very, very quickly. And that's what the Trinity is for. It's the 3 parts of you. So, how can we make the Trinity, what's in the Trinity, a little bit more useful in a conscious way, so we can understand it better? Well, I used a tool, and I wrote about it in my book, and I'm going to talk about it next time. And that tool is called the Golden Rule. So I hope it hasn't confused you too much. Life's not as complicated as what people would like you to think. We do like to use, many people like to use very complicated words to make things difficult. I'm a very simple person. I'm a simple philosopher. And I hope what I say to you makes as much sense to you as it did to me. And I will see you next time. So bye-bye.